August 11th, 1999, a powerful tornado ripped through downtown Salt Lake City. It lasted 14 minutes and traveled more than 4 miles. When the twister was over, 1 person was dead, over 80 others injured, and $170 million in damage was left behind. July 6th, 1985, lightning struck a power station in Magna, producing this huge fireball. It knocked out power to most of Utah for 5 hours. September 1991, a record 8½ inches of rain fell in just 24 hours in North Ogden, causing a massive mud and rock slide that destroyed a number of homes. Others were filled with rocks and mud. Mid-December 1990, a severe 3-day winter storm contributed to a major traffic accident in northeast Utah, killing 7. February 12, 1992, a massive avalanche similar to this one killed 4 people in the Gold Basin area of southeastern Utah. Ironically, all were avalanche experts. All of these weather events happened right here in Utah. Hello, I'm meteorologist Dan Pope, and I love to forecast the weather. We have many different kinds of weather like tornadoes here in Utah, and I have fun predicting it. You can also enjoy Utah's weather if you're careful. Today we've teamed up with officials like meteorologist Bill Alder from the National Weather Service and the U.S. Forest Service to talk about Utah's severe weather and to give you survival tips that could save your life. The United States has more tornadoes than anywhere else in the world. Tornadoes can be extremely destructive. In the Midwest, they can pack winds of over 300 miles per hour. They can be more than a mile wide, and they can kill a lot of people. Fortunately, Utah only experiences about 2 tornadoes each year, and these are usually very small, often no more than 60 feet wide at the base, with a path of less than a mile and a lifespan of only a few seconds to a few minutes. However, once every 7 years, a strong F2 or stronger tornado, packing winds of 113 to 157 miles per hour or higher, touches down somewhere in Utah and occasionally does considerable damage, like the one that hit Salt Lake City on August 11, 1999.
Hey! Take cover!
The Salt Lake tornado of August 11, 1999 was the most destructive tornado in Utah history, and it awakened the entire state's population to the fact that Utah does experience tornadoes. This deadly tornado lasted 14 minutes and traveled in a northeasterly direction for more than 4 miles. It killed 1 person, injured more than 80 people, damaged 300 homes and buildings, including the Delta Center, Wyndham Hotel, and the LDS Assembly Hall, and destroyed 500 trees and also a portion of Memory Grove. When it was over, it had caused $170 million in damage to Salt Lake City. Since 1950, Utah has experienced over 9 dozen tornadoes and nearly 2 dozen waterspouts. But while tornadoes have injured or killed people in Utah, waterspouts have not. Perhaps the reason is because waterspouts, which are really tornadoes over water, are usually not as strong as tornadoes, and they don't happen as often as tornadoes. However, waterspouts can damage, overturn, or sink boats, and they have been photographed over the Great Salt Lake, Utah Lake, and Bear Lake. So what should you do if you ever see a funnel cloud approaching the ground, or hear on radio or TV that the National Weather Service has issued a tornado watch or warning for your area? First, basements are the safest place in a house. Second, if you can't get into a basement, then find a sturdy portion of a building. Small rooms like bathrooms are good. Lay down in the bathtub or hold on to the toilet. Also, stay away from windows because of broken glass or flying debris. Third, do not seek shelter in a car or mobile home. Find a viaduct or an overpass to stand or park under. If nothing else, find a ditch or flat area and lay down. For complete information on Utah's tornadoes and waterspouts, please go to our website at www.forutah.com. Lightning, Utah's #1 weather-related killer. To tell us more about lightning, here's News 4 Utah climatologist Clayton Bruff.
Thanks, Dan. Lightning is spectacular, and it can be a lot of fun to watch. Unfortunately, it can also kill. In fact, way back in 1918, lightning killed 654 sheep in Mill Canyon Peak in American Fork Canyon. And in 1939, lightning killed 835 sheep on the top of Pine Canyon in Box Elder County. And since 1950, lightning has killed an average of 1 person and injured 2 others every year in Utah. So if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, you could end up as a lightning statistic.
No, I never thought in a million years that I'd be hit with lightning.
In August 1993, Rodney Cox was riding his horse in the rain during a thunderstorm. He said he saw lightning, but it seemed far away. An instant later, lightning hit his head and blew a hole right through his cowboy hat. The bolt went down his abdomen and exited through one of his legs. His stomach lining was burned. He was lucky he survived, but his horse did not.
It's just one of them things you never know about. Some people get struck and they're dead, and some do and aren't. It'll be something I'll always remember. Just glad to be alive.
Rodney's story is very unusual, but then lightning is extremely unpredictable. As a massive bolt of electricity, lightning can heat up surrounding air up to 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit. And when it moves along the ground, it can electrocute anything in its path. It often occurs during the summer when towering thunderstorms move over the state.